Hello everybody in YouTube land. I want to first apologize. I haven't uploaded a video in about 2 weeks. I came down with the flu and it like it killed me. So thank you for hanging on. I see that we're getting new subscribers every day, which is an absolute wonderful thing. Please make sure, and I'm sure I'll say it 2 or 3 times throughout this video, to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Like I've said in my last few videos, at this point, I'm able to respond back to every single person that leaves a comment if they have a question. The other thing is I'm actually going to be posting 2 videos, one right behind the other. The next one is going to be a really good video about if you know of somebody or if you personally have a question that you would like to ask me about streaming Android media. I have limited knowledge on the Amazon series like Fire TV and Fire Sticks, but it all runs off of APK or applications, Android applications. So if you have any particular questions, I'm going to create a video and allow you to comment on it. And the best of the best, I'm actually going to do a video with a tutorial to show you how to fix your problem or address your concern. Today's video is very, very important. I had mentioned a couple weeks ago on my last video that I'm going to upload a YouTube video this week. And it was actually, now it's 2 weeks later, but it's going to blow this whole thing out of the water. And I know a lot of box sellers are going to hate my guts. But the fact of the matter is that I don't really do this just for the money. As a matter of fact, you know, my sales are nominal. They're nothing to write home about. I'm definitely not living in a castle somewhere. As a matter of fact, I'm shooting off of a Samsung Galaxy S5 on a tripod that's zip tied. You know, if that gives you an idea to my equipment and hardware. Plus, you don't see a lot of editing on my videos. The most editing I do is I pause in real time while I'm waiting for something, but I don't do all the cool wording and animation in the beginning and end that some other YouTubers do. So that just gives you an idea that I want to give you a factual video. So let's get on with this. So the theme that I wanted to do today was I wanted to kind of do a David Letterman Tonight Show top 10 list. And basically name it, you know, 10 things your box seller, which includes your Android box, your Fire Stick, Fire TV, anything that gets Kodi, Stremio, Mobdro, Pluto, anything that has that quote free video online streaming, 10 things they do not want you to know. And you know, this applies to me too because again, I sell them, so I'm kind of snitching myself out, but I want to address each thing because the one thing that separates me from others, at least from what I have seen, because there are a lot of people that post videos about Kodi and about different things, but they don't seem to be box sellers. They just seem to be people that are putting out informative videos. And to those people, thank you, because I have learned a great deal from some of you. Some of it's complete nonsense, but on with the list. So, and again, no wonderful audio background. You know, I can't do any James Cameron or Lucasfilm type of thing, but drum roll, if I had one, would be right here. At number 10, eBay and Amazon boxes and Fire Sticks, especially from eBay, are developed and programmed in China. Mainly, they're Chinese build. A lot of them have no add-ons, and you know, I have another video further down on my channels. It's here's your $35 jailbroken box, and you can look that video up and it'll show you one that I bought directly from eBay, not too dissimilar from the one you're looking at right now, that actually had nothing on it, and it was a knockoff box. It claimed to be a quad core. It wasn't a quad core, it was a duo core. And it wasn't rooted. It was a nightmare. And I, by the way, in case you watch that video, I've never gotten my money back on that. So here you go. Here's a real deceptive ad, as you can see right now. I love these. You know, you can get this Android 6.0 4K quad core 8 gigabyte Wi-Fi HD media player and black keyboard from $10.99 to $42.99. So let me save you a lot of time. $10.99 is just for this keyboard. I'll let you know that right now, which you can get for about, well, you can get them for 10 bucks on my website. I've got one left. I think I want to sell for 5 bucks because for this type of media, it's really not worth it. It doesn't power your device on or off. It limited functionality. The trackpad on it's, you know, they're real bad. These knockoff i8 mini QWERTY keyboards. You know, I sell these remotes, and not this remote, but an air mouse remote that I have in my hand right now. I'll see if I can throw it up to where you can see it. And it's probably not going to focus, but it actually is a big remote that has a QWERTY keyboard on it along with mouse movement. So, and the cost is just slightly more than these keyboards. But anyway, the $10.99 thing is just the keyboard. The $42.99 is the keyboard in the box. But chances are, and I haven't clicked this, and I don't want to waste a lot of time on this, but if you click on this and say, yeah, I want to go ahead and get a box, which it's going to say, all right, you know, what do you want? You know, I want the TV box only. Let's see if it works here real quick, which it looks like it didn't grab it. I want the TV box only. What it's going to say a lot of times is it's going to give you the $42.99 price, and it's going to say there is no quantity on it because they're out of it. I don't know why it won't let me select the box. I'm going to try it one more time. I don't want to waste any more time on that. Okay, so you can look for yourself. Go to ebay.com. I typed in Android streaming box, and it pulls up a whole list of them, literally thousands of them. Pick up on any of them. I mean, ones that are featured and all that. I mean, this guy's got, you know, 99.8% positive feedback. Congratulations. I mean, he's got, you know, 401,754 reviews. He's a great seller, so he's probably really reputable. But the fact of the matter is, if you get his box in, and I don't know about this guy in particular, and I'm not putting anybody on blast, but you know, you're going to get a box that's Chinese made, that's not going to have any programming on it whatsoever. The other thing is I hate misrepresentation in advertising. 4K. Do we all know what 4K is? It's UHD, ultra high definition. Or they have that new, and someone's going to correct me on this, that LED C or something like that, that's true LED technology, not like these TVs that are actually LCD with an LED backlight on them. They have real LED TVs that are really capable of running 4K ultra high definition. Here's the fact, guys. You know, I run, and you can Google this, I run an H96 Pro Plus at my house. That's a pretty good sized box. I mean, I want to get an NVIDIA Shield sooner or later, but they're ungodly expensive. But the fact of the matter is that even though that this TV is UHD, if I try to run a 4K movie on my internet speed that's okay, I can't really do it. So the 4K is a misnomer. 1080 is as high as you can really go. More effective is 720. If you upscale, which, you know, that's some technical terminology, but if you upscale on standard definition, you can stream it really quick and it looks okay too. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 9, drum roll. Devices do matter. I was just talking about this. You know, here, look, I just noticed this now. Look at the name of this box. You know, look at the name of this box. It's spelled I-N-O, it's iNova. But look at the I on that. You know, iNova. Are we trying to copy NVIDIA? Because you are not NVIDIA. You know, so here's the thing. And again, I'm going to just set this. Hopefully it'll be able to focus. This right here, if you can read it, I can't see the screen because, again, I'm shooting off a smartphone, is a TX3 Pro. This is what we use as our budget box. And that's exactly what it is, guys. It's a budget box. You know, does it work? Absolutely it works. But I do sell them online at www.usandroidtv.com for $60, $60, and they're fully programmed out the door, ready to go. You know, if you want to really have something that matters, again, I hope this shows up. This is what's called an H96 Pro. Not a Pro Plus, just an H96 Pro. And that's what we call our economy box. Now, this is the minimum box that I would recommend anybody get. And the reason why is it's an octa-core box instead of a quad-core box. So there's 8 little computers in there instead of 4 little computers in there. It has a lot more RAM and a lot more ROM. And if you don't want all the hassling of limited buffer zones and all that, that's the minimum I recommend starting with. Again, with this, and again, I don't know if it's going to focus or not, this Air Mouse remote with the full QWERTY keyboard on the back. Again, I hope that focused. I probably didn't because I'm in front of a white screen. I apologize. I'll be more than happy to send you links if you leave it in the comment to these actual devices. Or more simply than that, you can go onto our website at www.usandroidtv.com and look at the products that we have for sale. I have each of those things that I have mentioned. So equipment does matter, guys. If you get a budget box, you spend $60 from your local buyer, or, let's say this guy is an absolute perfect seller that has his stuff, chock full of add-ons and Kodi, and the latest Kodi 17.6 today in December, Krypton, and he even has Stremio on there with the latest version of Madro, which is this morning, which is 2.0.60, and I mean everything is perfect on there. But he's selling a quad-core box. Fact of the matter is that's low-line equipment. You're going to have buffering. You're going to have a lot of other stuff. Okay, so on to number 8. Drum roll. Kodi, Stremio, Madro, Pluto, other free sources don't work all of the time. I mean, they just simply don't work all the time. I'm going to get to that in a little bit when I get higher up the list, because I'm actually going to pull up my Kodi program and show you what I mean. But I want you to keep in mind that box sellers say, oh yeah, it works all the time. My Kodi doesn't, it never crashes, it never is not working. My Stremio, which is a newer thing, is perfect. I can watch anything I want on here at any time. There's a lot of YouTubers on here with the Stremio thing that's claiming to kill Kodi, that says they can watch anything at any time. I'm here to tell you, I've tested it. It's not true. There are things that are not on there for free. The things that are good. I think Stremio is a really good platform, and that's Stremio if you want to Google it. It's there, but it's not great yet. Madro is the one that everybody goes to for live TV and for premium TV channels. It's a great app, but I have a video that you'll see on my YouTube channel. It has over 14 or 15,000 views. When Madro put out a version that gave everybody a black screen that didn't work. And that had everybody in a panic, which is why I had 14 or 15,000 views, in which I show people how to roll back to another version. Pluto is the same way. If you read the reviews on the Pluto at the Android or at the Play Store, you'll see that it doesn't work either. I get this white rotating circle on a black screen, and I get this and I get that. Pluto is really neat if you get it to work, because the stuff that is on there is a little bit higher definition than Madro is, for example, but you get commercials. Yep, you get commercials. The next thing I want to go on to is number 7. And I'm already at 12 minutes, so this is going to be a long video. But again, it's an important video. The next thing I want to put on there is number 7, which is ISPs throttling your bandwidth. People think that this is a myth. And I'm here to tell you right now, guys, this is not a myth. And if you look it up on Wikipedia, which is bandwidth throttling, the definition basically is the intentional slowing or speeding of an internet service by an internet service provider. So it's done by your internet company, your cable company, your phone company, whoever you get your thing through. It is a reactive measure employed in communication networks to regulate network traffic and minimize bandwidth congestion, which that's kind of, but whatever. Bandwidth throttling can occur at different locations on the network, on your local area network, or over the thing together. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically the second paragraph, first sentence is really important. Throttling can be used to actively limit a user's upload and download rates on programs such as video streaming, BitTorrent protocols, and other file sharing applications. Bam, that's it right there. If you want to read it further, you can go to Wikipedia, you can type in bandwidth throttling, and you can check that out for yourself. But I assure you it exists across the board, and if you're starting to get a lot of buffering and you're starting to get a lot of unsatisfactory results, that's probably what it is if you hadn't had it otherwise. On to number 6. Number 6, is your ISP a snitch? I love this one. Because a lot of people, well, what does that mean? First of all, is your internet service provider, is your cable company internet or your DSL company internet, are they snitching on you? If you get one of these boxes, are they reporting to the MPAA? Yeah, they are. They are. Fortunately for us at this time, the United States has not defined anything like the UK has, where they have, quote, temporary downloading to address streaming. if you stream in the United States, you're fine. Now, if you take one of these boxes, if you get one of my boxes from usandroidtv.com, and then you set it up to download and you start downloading these movies and TV shows to the hard drive, that's on you. I mean, you want to break the law and commit an act of piracy, which anytime you watch a Blu-ray or a DVD, it has the Homeland Security badge and it has the Interpol, screen on it. You really want to go up against Homeland Security and Interpol and download movies that you can watch anytime by streaming anyway, you go right ahead. I highly recommend you know what you're doing, though, because you will get into trouble. But this is a simple site. And it just came from MikeyYoungLaw.com and / is your ISP a snitch for the MPAA. You can Google, is your ISP a snitch? The answer is yes, they are. That's why I highly recommend, and again, I'm not getting paid, as I mentioned in the last video, about getting, a VPN, a virtual private network, like IPVanish. I highly recommend it, guys, because not only will IPVanish make your internet address that reports to your internet service provider anonymous, it'll also stop that throttling. So that's 2 birds, 1 stone. It's $4 a month, and it's up to 5 devices. So the next thing I want to talk about is number 5. We're halfway there, guys. 16 minutes through the video, and I hope it doesn't go over 20 minutes. Let's hope. Because I know that, long videos, they get boring. But I'm trying to talk quick, as you can hear. And if you need to pause or whatever, feel free or rewind, whatever you need to do. The next thing is number 5. Geofencing. What is that? Because here's the thing. If you look on YouTube, the people that claim that their boxes, work perfect all the time and everything, and they pull up their Kodi program, they pull up a movie, and you see them click on a GVideo source, which if you look way down on my YouTube channel, you'll see GVideo, number 1 and all that. Well, GVideo is not available anymore because they got wise to, us people that have these Android boxes that are streaming their media content for free. So they put up a geofence, and the geofence basically encompasses at least the contiguous United States. So the 48 states, at least that. I haven't been to Alaska or Hawaii, I don't know. But through an ISP, if you have a report outside of a foreign country, ba-bing, all of a sudden, GVideo, there it is, it works. And if you look at YouTube, the people that are from, Serbia through the Ukraine, through Poland, basically Europe, UK, all that, they're pulling up GVideo with no problem because the geofence doesn't extend to that area. So again, if you want to know more about geofencing, I always rely on the good old Wikipedia, which, they're talking about, they need help. So if you can donate to Wikipedia, I think they want $3. It's a good thing. It gives you a lot of information. And it's been around a really long time. Anyway, off that soapbox. So now we're to number 4. I have a lot of local box sellers down here. One particular I'm thinking of that sells out of a flea market in Southwest Florida that, I can get anything on the box. Give me a show. Give me a movie. I can get it. And, he will, for the most part, and for anybody that knows what they're doing, can find it. But there are things that are not available on here. And that's the part where I'm going to switch over and I'm going to actually show you my Kodi thing. Because one thing that I want to address with it is the notion that everything is available. Now, again, this would shoot me in the foot a little bit, but for the fact of there are literally millions and millions and millions of choices that you can watch. But one thing that I started watching recently is this 80s sitcom. This is going to give my age away. Silver Spoons in the early and mid 80s, starring Ricky Schroeder. I absolutely love this sitcom when it came out, and right now it's very, for me, it's very sentimental and kind of regresses me back to a simpler time. I'm speaking like an old man now. And, it's cool. But the fact is that what I'm finding out is that I'm missing at least 1 in 3 episodes that simply aren't downloaded to the internet. So here's the rule of thumb about things that are available on the Kodi program, for example. The older the movie or the TV show, or the less popular it is, the less likely it is to be uploaded to the internet and have a reliable selection. So, like right now, the metadata scraper is scraping all of season 4, which I should have had pulled up for you already, which I think is, like 20 something episodes. And, it'll take some time, which I might pause to show you. But there are no streams available on some of these episodes simply because they haven't been uploaded. As a matter of fact, if you look over at the fan art side, which is the right column, and I can see I'm off here a little bit, you can see how it says Ricky, or la bella vie, or the better life. I mean, it's not even addressed as silver spoons. So I'm going to go ahead and pause so that I can pull up an episode that won't play and show you what I'm talking about. I'll be right back. Okay, so it didn't take very long to find one. And again, where are we at on time? I can't read. I know we're over 20 minutes. I apologize, guys, but I wanted to show you real quick. This is season 4, episode 6 of Silver Spoons: The Trouble with Harry. And if I select it, which I just did, it's going to prepare sources. And I remember this one, and it looks like, hey, there's a source. He's wrong. But if I click it, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, Elysium, no stream available. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So what do? I move on to the next one. Because after all, guys, it's free. It's free. Now we're on to number 3. So we're on the top 3 right now. Sorry to make you wait over 20 minutes. And I don't mean to ramble on and bumble on. And I had somebody comment, but... a lot of information I like to give you guys, and it's very crucial information, and it's always the truth. Absolutely. So, number 3, the top 3. Your developer, chances are, did not develop his build. Most are copied from a third-party Kodi wizard. Well, this involves a couple things for you to verify this for yourself, unless you want to take me at face value and you trust me. You have to Google Kodi third-party wizard or Kodi wizard. There's a few of them that are out there. The big one is Aries. They went offline. Now they're back online. There's a few more that are out there. But here again, shoot myself in the foot. Kapow. I did not develop this particular Kodi platform. This is a platform called Schism. It's available. But what I did do is I customized it. I customized it to be optimal for my customer. Plus, I added things on there that the original Schism didn't have. So it is kind of a unique build, but I didn't develop it. These guys say, "Oh, my build is the best." Well, first of all, using the term "my build" use that term very loosely because it's not really your build. You didn't sit down, and program codes, lines of code, and develop this. Somebody else did, and you're kind of piggybacking off of it. As a matter of fact, I would venture to say if you're buying online, it's probably one that is directly copied from a wizard that really, through a few YouTube videos, you could probably do yourself and save yourself a couple bucks if you had that kind of time. Ours at usandroidtv.com, like I said, have a Schism platform. That's the name of the build. But believe me, it is customized wildly. I'll show you a couple things on this. I'm going to move on to number 2. Live TV. I have Android apps as well as add-on apps that are on here. Like I have Mobdro right on here, as well as other live sports. I put Pro Sports on here. I put Sports Access on here somewhere. And, so... That's not available. Plus, the Schism build that's out there now is very limited in what it can do. My version of the wizard allows you to do things like maintenance to your Kodi build. There are tweaks and fixes. There are a lot of things that you can do on mine that you can't do with other ones. It kind of gives you enough rope to hang yourself. You don't know what you're doing. So word to the wise, if you are one of my customers and you're in this version 1.9 area and you're not sure what it does, don't do it. I mean, simple rule of thumb, guys. On to number 2, because this is a huge thing, man. I get so mad at people saying this. And here's the number 1 thing, even though it's number 2 on the list. This is the number 1 thing that I hear, and I want to just blow my stack. My box don't buffer. If you buy a box from me, my box won't buffer. I've got a Fire Stick. It doesn't buffer. That is such a lie. I've addressed this in other YouTube videos, but fact of the matter is, it is a bold-faced lie. Because the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of, factors that depend on whether your box is going to buffer. And here are some of the things. Number 1, your internet speed. Number 2, how many people are watching it? How at capacity are the servers you are watching it from? How popular or how new is it? How many people are looking at this particular thing at the same thing that you're looking at it? I mean, like this one right here, this Loving Vincent, I haven't heard of that one, so that's a brand new shortcut. But if you look up, another movie that's newer, I'm trying to find one real quick that's going to buffer. Some of these are a little older, but I'm going to do about another 10 seconds on this. And let's pick It. I mean, It's been on here for a little while. It's a new It movie. But I just want to show you real quick, that buffering happens on all boxes, guys. Happens on all boxes. If they tell you it doesn't happen, turn and run. I've never lied to any of my customers to say my box don't buffer, because I am not going to lie. I don't even care if you're buying a $60 box from me and you're buying it locally. I'm handing it to you with a handshake in an exchange of money. If you ask me, does your box buffer, I'm going to have that conversation with you. Even though on a $60 box I'm making less than $20. And that's serious, guys. So, because I buy the right equipment. I buy the good equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and end this search for sources. And I want to just show you real quick a 1080 source. I've had good luck with this Haas HD in December. I haven't heard of this one, so I don't even know if this one's good. I've heard of Monster, so I want to just see what's going to happen. And again, I'm hoping for something bad to happen, which is a buffer. So we're going to, let this play. And again, just to let you know, guys, it's Thursday. It is 3:45 Eastern Time. So, if you know your time zones, it's 5 hours ahead in the UK, so it's the evening. And up to 5, or I think it's 4 hours behind if you're Pacific time. So nobody in the US should even be watching this. But like right now, it is literally doing a form of buffering. It's working, trying to load the front end of the movie so that I can watch it without buffering. So here I go. My show popped up, and it's toggling between 0 second and 1 second. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with my box, because I could just as easily go on here and I could show you a movie that'll play right off in 1080 and it'll be fine. But my box right now is buffering, guys. It's buffering. And that is every single one of them. There is no such thing. It's like free energy. There is no such thing as free energy, and there's the buffer thing. There is no such thing as non-buffering boxes, at least at this point. Which leads me to my number 1 thing your box seller does not want you to know, because it'll blow his sale. Real drum roll, please. The number 1 thing is internet speed is absolutely everything. And I'm going to make sure this video doesn't exceed 30 minutes, so I'm going to start talking quicker. Real simple. If your box seller doesn't have anything on here, on the box that you buy from them, that will do your speed right on board, then he don't want you to know about it. Most of them do, some of them don't, but if it doesn't have a speed test on there, and RNew's the most popular one, it's no good. But I want to show you something real quick. Down here in Southwest Florida, I have an extended internet package, and you're going to see all my secrets. First of all, right here, ping 22 milliseconds. Anything over 15 milliseconds takes a long time to communicate between you and the server or the NOx. My download speed is 88.32 megabytes per second. It's sufficient. Anything over 25 is fine, but I will let you know, the higher you go, the better you are, and that's the fact of the matter. My upload speed is 7.53 megabytes per second. I get an A- on my grade. I'm faster than 80% of other U.S. customers that use this Ookla speed test. But, you know, really your upload speed needs to be between 5 and 10 megabytes per second. So as you can see on this particular test right here, number one, I fail because my download speed is okay. It's not great, but that ping is more important than you think. And if I can't get that in under 15 milliseconds, then I have failed. So that is my top 10 list, guys. I know I'm running really close to 30 minutes, and if I go over, I'm really, really sorry. I hope you stuck around for the whole video. Hope you're not too mad at me for rambling on. But I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video and remind you, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I cannot tell you how valuable each and every subscriber is to me. If they allowed me to communicate with every new subscriber, I would say thank you, hello, welcome aboard. Subscribe, please. If you know of anybody that can use this information, share my video. I don't care who sees it. Share it to whoever needs it, because that's ultimately what I'm out here to do. And please don't forget to like the video by giving it a thumbs up. If you are a subscriber, click that bell. Click that bell in the lower right-hand corner so you can be notified every time I upload an informative video, which you know is going to be long, but it is informative. And most importantly, if you want to leave a comment, like I said, at this point, I'm able to answer personally each and every comment that's left. And, you know, you can look at my other videos and see that. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video. Thank you for watching. Again, I am very humbled for all of my subscribers and my watchers. I will continue to do as best of a job as I can for you. Thanks for watching, and I will post that other video momentarily. The next thing that you need to know, it's going to be a great video, so check that one out. We'll see you next time.